Joining me on NYSE Floor Talk here in Miami at LTF 2024 is Francisco Alvarez-Demalde. He is the co-founder and managing partner of Riverwood Capital. Francisco, it is fantastic to be with you right now.
Julie, good to see you.
It's an amazing event that you have hosted here in Miami at the One Hotel. So talk to me about LTF. This is what year did you launch this? How long has this been going on? And talk about the success.
Yeah, we started in 2011, and then in Miami we've been doing now since 2015. So it's quite a number of years, and really the idea behind LTF, which I think the last few years, in particular also this year, it really comes into full color, was to try to bring together the leading founders and CEOs of the largest technology companies from Latin America, both public and private. And we have here basically the majority of the ecosystem of these leaders. And it's an amazing venue for these leaders to come together, to build trust. They build partnerships. We talk about issues affecting technology all across the region, from Brazil to Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Argentina, Chile. So it's really amazing. It's both about, what type of impact we're seeing in the region, what works, what doesn't work, what we can help, how we can work even with governments, what are the trends that we're seeing globally that are impacting Latin America. So I find it to be an amazing place. And then over time, you start building this friendship, this trust. In some cases, people are competing against each other, but the spirit of this forum is more collaboration and really trying to share the same challenges and opportunities that we all face.
And so what would you say are some of the trends that you are hearing about? What are some of the key conversations that are coming out of this conference?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about geopolitics, of course, what's going on, unfortunately, globally with conflict. That is in the minds of every CEO and every leader. I think in Latin America, we have the benefit, if I can say that word, of having a region in peace. However, we're all thinking about it, and I think we're also making sure and watching what's going in our region to make sure that for us and our companies and of course our countries that hopefully we continue to have the benefit of having a region that we can collaborate and we can trade and share. I think another topic very relevant is cybersecurity. Clearly, we're all thinking through that. The risks have been increasing over time. There are global issues, there's regional issues. So that's something that we talk a lot about today. There were sessions about it as well. Of course, big topic, artificial intelligence, as in almost every meeting of technology leaders. So spending a lot of time on that. We had an amazing session where we, in groups, we discuss how AI is changing each of our companies, what are we doing to adjust, what's the opportunity, what are the challenges. And people are really opening, sharing. Of course, we all keep some of our trade secrets for us, but we do share a lot of the opportunity. There's a big gap, for example, that came from those meetings on talent. I think everybody, it's the biggest worry after these sessions that I keep hearing, that we need to have more and more talent ready for what's coming on AI. That's really important. So I think, and then the last point, what I would say is that last year, when we were here also with a similar group with all the leaders from the largest tech companies from Latin America, the topic was a little bit, I define it in the dinner last year as resilience. We were all thinking through, this is a correction period for technology. We have to be resilient. We're showing resilience. We're adjusting, and that was kind of the topic. I feel that this year the topic is more back to building. So I see a different vibe versus last year. I think people just forgot about any type of correction or anything else, and we're all talking about what's next, yes, what's coming, and that's that gives you a very nice energy. I'm energized after all these meetings and discussions.
Oh, the energy here has been amazing. And sitting down and talking with many of the founders and CEOs of these companies that are participating, everyone is saying the same thing. They are very energized by this, and the conversations that they're having here and what they're learning here has been so beneficial to them, and they think it's an amazing opportunity to be here. So let's talk about Riverwood Capital now. It's been a year since we last spoke. Give me an update on what's happening at Riverwood Capital. What have you been up to?
Yeah, well, we've been busy. We've been busy, and I would say lucky also. I think, when you look back at what we have been doing now for over 15 years, is our job is to, talk to, monitor, engage with hundreds of technology companies globally. We are trying to understand what the opportunities, what they are doing, what are the challenges, and then we partner with some of them, and then we not only invest capital, but then we really become their partners on scalability. So our strategy is to invest in these mid-sized companies and build them into, hopefully, an IPO in the New York Stock Exchange, which we have done several, and we're very grateful for that. And in that scalability journey, I think, I always say there is the dynamics of, the technology trends, the business fundamentals. Those, to me, have been constant over 15 years. Of course, you have some years, in COVID we had an acceleration and then maybe some deacceleration, but it's been a constant flow of technology, of opportunities, digitalization. So all that to me is more of the same. Clearly now on the trend side, we're all very focused, as I said, on cyber, on AI, but to me it's like the natural evolution of different technologies that are allowing more productivity, more digitalization. So I would say that part is a little bit of more of the same. Then there is the dimension of capital markets, valuations, capital flows, and when we, the cycles of capital investing. I think on that part, we went through a peak in 21, as we talked about last year. We went through a correction in 22 in terms of valuations, correction in 23 on lower growth. And then I think 24 is a year where we're starting to see, I would say, recovery in the cycle, which is very exciting. I think for us, we've been fortunate to have lived through this cycle of peak and correction with consistency. So we were able to be consistent on our deployment. We were thoughtful about being consistent on investing in 19, 20, 21 on a consistent basis. We didn't went off board in 21. At the same time, we had several exits, including IPOs in the New York Stock Exchange.
Yes.
And that gave us the ability that we're now, when we faced 23, the last year, we actually were in a solid place for us to actually be very active, to have conviction to keep investing in the fundamental opportunity of technology. So we actually had in the last 12 months one of our most active years in history in terms of new companies, new investments. And then we're starting to see that the market is trending that way. So I'm actually now thinking that when I think about 24, 25, we're not only going to see continued investing, but also back to some exits. It seems the IPO market might start to open up. So I think it's a very exciting moment. We're very, very excited.
Very much indeed. And I just want to say thank you for welcoming Floor Talk to LTF. It's been wonderful to be here and wonderful to talk with you, Francisco.
Thank you. The pleasure is ours, and we truly, truly appreciate the New York Stock Exchange support for LTF. It means a lot, so we're very happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.